It's pretty smoky in here. I have a beer. Shaun has a seltzer. We each have a glass of some of the finest whiskey in my cabinets. This is going to be a fun one. You better fucking buckle up right now. You don't want to go on this ride not strapping in because you're going to snap your neck. It's going to be moving fast. There's a lot of turns. Subscribe to our YouTube if you're not. Please, please, please. It's very good. It's the best kept secret on YouTube.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a secret right now.
Yeah. Let's expose it.
Let's go.
Tell a friend. So quickly I started to realize that this woman who I thought I knew very, very well was likely a vampire of emotion, just like sucking all the essence out of my veins that gives me joy. Mm-hmm. And that's when I finally decided I'm not going to DM Kourtney Kardashian.
That's what it took.
That's what it took. Up to that point, I thought Kourtney Kardashian and I maybe were meant to be. But the more and more I watched, I was like, no, this woman's a taker, not a giver.
Yeah. And guess what? You've been being taken from your whole life. Now guess what? It's time for you to be with a giver, Todd, not a taker.
And a Kardashian of all people to take from me?
What was some of your favorite?
Open that up.
What was some of your favorite things that you guys had in common that really made you just feel like this could be this could finally be the one? One,
she's a mom. Mm-hmm. She'd pumped out a few kids, whatever, right up my alley. Moms are right up my alley. Mm-hmm. Number one. You know, for a long time, she was the only mom Kardashian other than Kris. So she got my respect right away. And I thought she deserved me because of that. Mm-hmm. But then I watched her relationship with the guy she had the babies with. Scott.
Yes.
And, you know, Scott, who can't get along with that dude? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a hard worker.
If you're going to be step in and you're going to be stepdad, you're going to want to have a strong relationship with the baby's father.
Exactly. And I love that dude, you know?
Yeah.
He was always hustling, you know. He had his own thing going on all the time. It wasn't, you know, just that he was Kourtney Kardashian's baby daddy. I mean, that guy was like sitting around all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes he would pour the kids cereal. I mean, this guy he had it going on.
He was a next level dad. Good looking kid too. Whole block wanted to blow him.
A whole block wanted to blow him. I think half the block did, you know?
From what I understand.
But I had to choose right then and there. You know, I hit that moment. I'm like, I'm not getting any younger. Am I going to send this DM to Kourtney Kardashian or not?
And a lot of people don't even realize that when you're right then and there, that's 3 locations all at the same place. So you also have to think about that.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't even look. I'm sure her DMs are open. Probably just anybody can slide in there. I mean, she only has, I don't know, 70 million followers or something. Probably.
I would go as far as saying that I bet somebody from Instagram would step in here and make sure that your message got to her. I think that they would see that this is a connection that has to happen. I think as a staff at Instagram, they have a responsibility to almost connect you in a way. Like, it's up to you guys. This is legit destiny.
Do you think if I change my name on Instagram to Mom Slayer, that it will bring more moms to this show? Moms that want to be slain?
Yes. See, I think the problem is that where the confusion with what the connection you have with people's mothers, I think the real confusion lies with them in their minds, the fact that they can't comprehend that the person that birthed them wants Todd McComas' Johnson, and she wants it sexually and she wants it badly.
Yeah.
She wants it a lot.
I think it can be hard to handle. Like if you
That's where the confusion
listen to
is.
this show, every time you hear me go, here we go, you don't want to be thinking,
splash, mothers.
There's a fucking waterfall in my mom's pants right now.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
You don't want to be thinking about that.
I mean, listen, worst case scenario, I think a lot of people that listen, they should at least get a life preserver and just hang it up in their mom's room. Because you just never know when shit's going to get, when the water's going to get deep. You don't know.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on in there. A lot of, definitely a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I mean?
You might as well rip up all the carpet, wood, subflooring, and just pour a concrete floor and put a drain hole in the middle like it's a slaughterhouse.
Yes.
'Cause this is going to be stuff flowing.
It's going to be a lot of juice, a lot of liquids.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't understand when there's a demand for a reason.
I would agree.
Show me a shit product with high demand, and I'll tell you, you're not looking at the product correctly.
I would agree. I mean, right now, I'm the Rubik's Cube, fresh on the market. You know what I mean? Who didn't want a Rubik's Cube at that point?
Everybody did. You couldn't get them. You had to wait in line.
Maybe that's maybe I should go with the Swiffer. That's what I am. I'm the Swiffer. When the Swiffer hit the market, what mom instantly didn't want a Swiffer in her hands?
Every mother
mom.
did.
It made the household chores so much easier, right? They were all excited about it.
It picks it up itself. No more bending over.
I think they think of me a lot like that, like the Swiffer. Like I'm going to make their life a lot easier.
Yep. A lot smoother. Mm-hmm. A lot more satisfying.
We kind of soak up everything that's wet.
Yep. Here you come, right to town, cleaning up everything, picking up some loose ends here and there. You know what I mean? But guess what you're doing? You're leaving a clean floor.
A clean floor.
People don't understand that. How many people do you know right now as a listener of this show? Think about it into your life. This is the part where I start to talk like Tony Robbins.
And I love it.
I want you guys right now to really reflect and ask yourself. I forgot what originally I was going to say, Todd.
Well, it was Tony Robbins-ish, so I'm sure it was motivational.
It was going to be good.
Yeah.
People forget, man.
And people really, really, I think everyone that listens to this show really loves the Uncle Todd Mom Talk, except for probably one. But she's not a mom.
Yeah.
So don't be selfish, I say.
Yeah.
Be able to share your dude with the moms. I mean, that's the least you could do. Are you saying moms aren't important? Are we belittling moms?
What do you want?
As a status?
Do you not want a king to reign over his people?
I mean, come on. What are we talking about?
What's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
This isn't about
Tiger Woods to not hit golf balls.
You don't want him on the course?
Right. I mean, that's what he was put on this planet to do.
He's the greatest of all time.
You're going to take that from him? I mean, moms are my golf balls. I'm Tiger Woods.
Yeah. And they're also the course because you play them to perfection.
I do. 18 holes at a time. Is your mom a par 3 or par 4? How many strokes is it going to take for me to get through your mom?
Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
8-minute run.
8-minute run. Off
People have to
hard
understand. This is a game of runs. Whatever you do in your life is a game of runs. Okay? Whether it's this run or that run, it's a run. Everything's a run.
It's a run. And
even if you don't do shit,
oh yeah,
you run a run of not doing shit.
You run a run of not doing shit, and don't try to think just because you're not doing shit that's not a run. Anything that is a series of events that stay in motion is a run.
That's a run.
It's not doing anything. That's fucking motion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're doing something. What are you doing? You're doing not doing something.
Dude, it's always about a run. You know, it depends if it was a bad run, if it was a good run. You need to respect the run. That's the thing I know, Todd.
Oh, I know you respect the run.
I respect a good run. You know, people want to stay too long now. They don't want to respect the run.
Right?
You know?
Just want to move over to the next thing.
They just want to keep going. Like, your run is over, fam. Learn how to fold. Know when to fucking hold them. Know when to fold them, my man. It was a good run.
Good run. And listen, it's pretty smoky in here. I have a beer. Shaun has a seltzer. We each have a glass of some of the finest whiskey in my cabinets. And this is going to be a fun one. You better fucking buckle up right now. You don't want to go on this ride not strapping in because you're going to snap your neck. It's going to be moving fast. There's a lot of turns.
And then guess what? You're going to be in a wheelchair and on crutches at the same time.
Who wants that?
That's never
When
even
you
happened.
got to move your wheelchair with the crutches like this, it takes you 4 times as long to get where you were going if you were just one or the other. And do you know how many Special Olympic events have been delayed because it reached a point where someone with crutches having to move their wheelchair was in the event and it started late? I don't even know if we can keep this in here, to be honest.
There's a strong chance we have to take this out.
It might be a possibility we have to cut this out. But
if you're listening to this, you're welcome. I guess this is only the less whatever people are allowed to hear.
When I said Special Olympics, I wasn't referring to the Special Olympics.
No.
I was referring to the Special Insurance Olympics, where it's people who have been in car crashes that didn't kill them compete for gold, silver, and bronze. And some of them are on crutches and wheelchair at the same time, and it really slows down this thing. Every year they have it in Wichita, Kansas, every 4 years. And if you haven't been to it yet, it's really good. It's really good.
Is there a minimum requirement as far as injuries are concerned?
You can have been in a car crash and slipped in a laundromat, both within the same 12-month period.
Oh, obviously the slipping comes after when you're in rehab.
Yeah, because it's people that, a lot of people file insurance claims for personal injury maybe once in their life. Most people are not at all, right? But let's say you were in a car crash or something, not your fault, you got to make a claim. The Special Insurance Olympics are for special insurance customers who have habitually filed accident claims. They've walked out in front of a car and been hit 7-8 times.
Yeah.
They have slipped at a laundromat, a movie theater, an
Real
arcade.
slippery folk.
Real slippery folk. Didn't see the just mop the floor sign, flat on their back.
Oops.
Quick claim to keep it out of court. These people, they got 12, 14 slip and falls. They got 7, 8 walking the traffic, get hit by a car. Yeah. They got.
You ever think, though, somebody ever did actually slip and fall about 6 good times on accident? And he's just going to get labeled as an absolute fraud because that never happens to nobody except for people who do it for an insurance scam purpose?
I wonder if that's ever happened. Is somebody a natural faller and they just fall all the time? Maybe they got some kind of equilibrium issue they haven't resolved yet?
Yeah, one of their favorite things is, That's one of the things they say most.
Yeah, that's the quote they put in everybody's yearbook.
Ah!
Whoa. I hurt my back.
I'm okay. I'm all right.
I don't know if your tanning bed has full personal liability injury coverage or not. I'm going to need to talk to somebody.
Because he probably fell several other times and never filed a case.
True.
I mean, early on, before it was just enough's enough, man. You start getting paid when you slip and falls, bro. I need some slip and fall cash. He had to fall probably 15, 20 times, at least in establishment, before he got woke to the idea that
Absolutely.
You know how much you get for a slip and fall in a stove?
Shit. You can get 15, 20 grand just to not take it to court. I mean, that's a profitable fall.
My neck and my back. I want $150,000. Oh, we could sell a quote right now for $50. Come on, $2 on a jawbreaker.
$2 in a jawbreaker.
50 cents is a cashews. He keeps on going. Remember that from Friday?
Yes.
What the hell you doing in there, man? Man, you know how much you get paid for a slip and fall in a star? Ezel, man. That movie is so good, bro.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, shit.
We need another movie like that right now.
Right?
We need to do it.
When will there be another one?
We need to do it.
Not another series of that,
Yeah.
not another, but a new movie.
Cultural bang.
That, hits it in the same way.
COVID ruined movies.
COVID's ruining movies, man. I would have only during COVID, if I was in charge of like all the motion picture industry,
Yes.
I would have said, listen, you can make a movie during COVID, but it either has to be about some kind of pandemic outbreak or it has to be soft porn. Look, those are the only two options you got. All right?
Yeah. So this is what you're going to go to the production company and say?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's going to, well, I would demand it. If I regulated all that, I was in charge of like approving movies for
You're
Paramount.
the motion picture industry, movie.
Yeah. I control all the big studios.
Door guy.
As soon as COVID hits, I'll be like, listen, we're only making two kinds of movies right now. It has to be about some kind of outbreak, pandemic. It could be a virus. It could have come from a monkey biting somebody, a spider bite. I don't care, but it has to do with the pandemic outbreak. I might slide in zombie apocalypse because most of those happen because of a viral outbreak. But you got to connect those dots. The other option, soft porn. Maybe not even soft porn. Maybe just like exploitation flick. You know what I mean? Like remember that old movie Hard Bodies, or just whatever movie you want to make where it's just titties flopping around on a beach.
Yeah.
You build some kind of storyline, some kind of plot around that, but you didn't really need it.
Well, maybe it's about a guy, he's a rich guy in his chopper and he flies around to he owns resorts. But he also stops off at other places where he hangs out because he's got connections all over town.
I like
and
that.
all over the coast
like
and the
it.
country.
I love it.
At least a couple of counties. And that's what
whatever-
happens. And then each place he goes, it just happens to just be titties everywhere.
Well, because I think his work is only about beaches.
Yeah.
He's probably a really successful, like, he doesn't rent them out, but he's in charge of like several different lawn chair rental companies.
Adirondack as well.
Yeah.
Adirondack chairs too, Todd.
So he has to fly around in his helicopter to check each location. He lands at every beach to see if his dude is renting out everything okay and that the books match up. Then he's just there around hot girls in bikinis the whole time.
You know he had 3 sons, and it's wild to think that he would name him this, but one kid whose name's Ada, and then the other kid's name was Ron, and then the last kid they named fucking Dak, dude.
Dak?
Fucking when they show up, that's Adirondack.
As long as all three are together. Or otherwise, he's just like, this is Ron Dak.
I mean, it's a wild move. It's a wild move
Yeah.
to do that.
I love it. And probably everywhere that he flies to check on his lawn chair rental company location, probably someone gets murdered. One of the let's say one of the hot girls in bikinis gets murdered, and then all the other hot girls in bikinis seek his assistance
And vengeance. They need vengeance, and they need him.
Exactly, because he's obviously he owns a helicopter. He's tied to mercenaries.
Yeah.
He knows a lot of mercenaries.
If you have a chopper, especially back then, you have people that play both sides of this fence, and you have to know that. Listen, I fly a chopper. I don't get involved in the politics.
I don't.
Whoever has the cash, register through the FAA. They get to have me take them doing whatever the fuck they're doing. But guess what? I fly choppers.
You need me to cause a revolution to take over your country?
Yeah, just let me fucking do what I got to do.
I got a helicopter.
I got a chopper,
What am I doing? I'm just flying around the beaches looking at titties all the time, checking on lawn chairs.
and every once in a while we float around and I fucking pop off rounds because I hang out because I seatbelt. I buckle myself into the thing and I can hang out the side, and then I just pop off some rounds and go back to the house.
I got a 50 cal on a turret here, and I got a 308 sniper rifle.
A lot of people don't even know this. I have a fucking German tank in my backyard. If shit gets real hot, I cruise that around.
Yeah,
And
come in
guess
my
what?
yard.
Guess what we play?
You know what? Don't tie your dog up. Let your dog run loose.
Yes,
I got
let
a
him
fucking
go.
Sherman tank over here.
Do not let that dog be strapped to a tree when I come to town.
I'll fucking bring this right over the privacy fence. Bring that tank right into your yard.
I'll bring the tank and I'll bring the other weapons we said we had.
Let's go, Kenneth.
Hey, Kenny, my man.
Leave your dog out there all day tied to a tree and let him yap, 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 yap. Never check on him.
Guess
take him
what?
inside and let him live his life.
Yeah, and guess what? You better have to tell the fucking realtor when they sell the house, too. Mm-hmm. People next door need to know.
Already registered it with the HOA, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a tank permit the day I moved in here.
Guess what? This tank also owned by the HOA, so we can invade your house.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
They sure they thought it was a shark tank.
Yeah.
But you know what? I got a shark in the side of my Sherman tank. It is a shark tank.
Guess what?
That's a legal loophole, motherfucker.
And guess what? Guess who's minus a couple of walls in their home now? Not us.
Yeah.
Not Todd.
Yeah, guess who can't get reception on their satellite dish anymore because I blew it the fuck off your roof.
Yeah. Hopefully that you had that weird DirecTV fucking satellite blocking your master bedroom window.
Yeah.
So bullets fucking ricocheted over to the neighbor's house.
That's your own fault for still being on satellite TV. Have you not heard of smart TVs? They're streaming platforms.
Get the app, asshole.
Get the app, motherfucker.
You know what? Honestly, if you don't just get the app, if you're not a get the app person, please get off this fucking feed.
Get off.
Please, guys, listen. We appreciate you. But if you don't do the apps,
come on.
God damn it.
If you still have a fucking cable running out of your wall to the back of your TV and Comcast bills you every month for it, that's fucking on you, bro.
I got an idea. Why don't you get a foot and a leg that's like 11 feet long, just the one leg and foot.
Yeah.
So that way
Just
you
one
can
of
get a
them.
good fucking running start on a kick. And when you kick, your fucking foot goes back around and kicks you in your own ass.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you need to have a long leg. So it
That's-
can loop around, wham, right in your own ass for being a piece of shit.
That's what you need.
And you know what the best part is? I don't even remember what this person's a piece of shit for right now,
He's a
Todd.
piece of shit because he's still subscribing to cable.
That's right, because of cable, Todd.
Come on.
Like I said earlier, because of cable.
Yeah. I mean, come on. That's a trip hazard, first of all. Maybe I
Exactly.
would need to walk behind your TV. You
You
got
ever-
cables running from the TV to the wall?
You ever move and forget to turn in the goddamn cable box? They charge you $1,000 for parts and labor.
$1,000 for something that was made for 30 cents.
Hello, Comcast? Yes, here's a large cock. It's on the menu. It's the main course. Go ahead and eat it, you fucks.
Yeah. That's why I dropped you. I mean,
You're
I still
done.
need your internet. I still got your router, but
Whatever. I got
yeah,
your router.
whatever.
That's a signal, though. That's a Wi-Fi signal, so I can get the. I need that. I need you to help me fuck you up.
Yeah, I'm
Like
using your own signal
Yeah.
to not have your TV service, so you just fuck yourself.
And guess what else? I'm using your signal to let people know to not get you for TV no more.
Exactly.
How about that?
This couldn't go out to warn people if you weren't providing the signal. So
You're
look what you did
basically
to yourself.
we're basically putting it right in your butts, and then guess what? You actually cloned off as another person, and then you went around and pushed our cheeks in to help us.
Yeah, you. Yeah, you did. Stupids.
So how about that, Comcast?
Take that, Comcast.
And this, honestly, this is a true message until they decide to buy ad space. And guess what?
Yeah.
If you don't have fucking Comcast,
If
you're
you-
a fucking
If you need some
loser.
ad space, we respect what you do.
If you don't have Comcast, you're a cocksucker,
If
dude.
you're running just
Get
on
off our
waves
feed.
that fucking float in the air that you can't even see, go fuck yourself.
Get right off our fucking podcast subscription feed. Get off our RSS if you don't have Comcast.
Shut all the lights off in your house. Go outside. Lock the door on your way out. Get in your car. Start it up. I need you to drive to your sister's house. Pick up a key to her storage unit. Drive on the other side of town to her storage unit. And I need you to walk inside there, pull the little chain so the door slides shut, and fuck yourself.
I'm telling you guys, you don't get it, man. You guys don't get it, dude.
You don't get it.
Have you heard of 1041 the podcast? Eat a bowl of shit. Okay? You don't know. You don't get it, bro.
You don't get shit, dude. You're just fucking walking around.
People don't get it,
How
man.
have you not got murdered by now if you don't listen to 1041?
Because they don't
Jesus
get it, bro. They
Christ.
don't get
You're
it,
just
man.
walking around blind.
Christ, you guys don't get it, dude.
You're fucking blind.
He don't get it. That's the best thing to tell. Dude, it's because you don't get it,
You
man.
just don't get it, bro. Dude, why is he freaking out right now?
He don't get it,
Like,
dude.
literally, he bumped in there and he spilled the punch bowl. Because you don't get it, Steve. You don't get it.
Oh, you don't want to be the guy that don't get it. That's the thing. Because then you got to prove publicly in front of everybody on the spot that you do get it.
You got to come back and prove it if you don't. But they never do. They just leave it hanging that you don't get it.
Very rarely does anybody ever follow up a you don't get it with a you get it.
I mean, 60% of the time, you're not even going to find out what you don't get.
You know what? Honestly, people listening to this podcast right now probably don't even get it.
They don't get it,
They don't
bro.
fucking
They're
get
just
it, bro.
fucking listening in their car, or while they're
get it,
jogging, or while they're supposed to be doing something important at their job that pays them, and they don't get it, bro. I mean, you're listening, you listen, but you don't get
You don't
it.
hear it. You don't get it, man.
Jesus.
I don't care what you're doing in your life right now. Okay, I want you to reflect on yourself. I want you to sit. Are you in your car? Are you at home right now because of COVID? Now you work from home, but your job, the wage is too low for your cost of living. Your nuts knot is a little too high, so you can't even get on the internet. You don't even get nothing. Okay, are you there? Who are you? What are you doing right now? Are you a FedEx driver? Are you a single mom? Are you homeless and there just happens to be a guy at an intersection with Sirius listening right now? Ask yourself. You don't get it, bro. Ask yourself, do you get it? And the answer's no, man. The answer's no.
Do you know how many listeners we have that don't even have a phone? They wait until, because so many people listen to this show, every 4 or 5 cars, you're going to get a car stopped at that traffic light that's listening to Guns Blazin. I mean, you don't get it.
You don't even get it. None of you fucking momos get it, dude.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't even know how.
What's the top level of wokeness to where, like, at what point can someone not say that to you, like, without getting pulled over by some sort of government official like, who can you look at and seriously go, you don't get it, and someone goes, no, he gets it. You don't get it. You're the guy that, like, people rebel against the guy.
What if you're a guy who just gets everything?
Yeah.
What if you're a fucking Einstein who's cool as fuck and you get everything? Because you're an Einstein who does DMT once a week. Like,
That guy gets
you
it.
fucking get everything.
You get it all.
And literally, he's the only one that ruins that guy's life at the party. That guy's like, you don't get it, Karen. You don't get it, Marcy. You don't get it, Philip. And they get to Einstein that does DMT once a week. And they're like, you don't get it, Einstein that does DMT once a week. And then he looks into his eyes and he's like, oh, shit. He gets it.
That guy doesn't get it. Well, you do get it. But everybody else I said who did it, guess what? You still don't. You're not him.
Or he just walks away after having a stare in Einstein, who does DMT once a week's eyes for about a cool fucking 45 seconds.
Yeah. A long pause.
And when he really feels it inside, like, oh no, someone gets it. He walks out into the garage at the party, and he hunts through the tool chest, till he finds an extra extension cord, and he wraps it around that beam.
Ooh, the barn beam.
Yeah, that
Classic.
Ron's son does pull-ups off of.
That Rocky did too. And also it's a Russian.
And then he ties it around his neck, and he just stands on a box, kicks the box over, and then drops. Because you know what? Someone gets it. Someone gets it. Someone got it.
Someone's getting it. It's going to get got.
Done. He's done. That's what would happen to that guy, because he relies so heavy. His whole life is built around the fact that no one gets it. And in that instant, his life comes crashing to a fucking end like a brick fucking wall.
Because he was the most woke dude of all time?
The most woke dude of all time, because he's Einstein and he's willing to open his brain up on DMT once.
You know why? Because he gets it, bro.
He gets it. That's why.
He fucking gets it.
Jesus.
Hey, look at this. That was me dropping my pen. Because that was it. The final thought on it is that he gets it.
I mean, we're trying our very best to explain, like, what would happen if someone gets it. But this place, these people, they don't get it.
You know what? And guess what? It's like talking to your fucking self right in the mirror. You know what I mean? Because
Right
guess
in
what?
the mirror.
Mirror me don't get it. I know that.
Mirror me doesn't get it. You know.
Mirror me does not get it.
I come from this side. I'm like, whew, I'm shaking my right hand. He shakes his left. And I'm like, you know what? Mirror me, you just don't get it. You don't.
And you know what? And then I have to ask myself, in that reflection, in that reflective moment, in an actual physical reflection and metaphysical reflection, did I not get it?
Whoa. You might not have got it.
Am I the mirror or are you the mirror? Or is the other person like, we don't even know? That's the fucked up part.
Great point.
We living in the mirror? And then they're the real people. And every time we look in a mirror, that's just where we kind of touch. Like the umbilical cord of what's legit and what's in the mirror, man.
Yes, it is like an umbilical cord. And all right, all that's so true. But let me ask you this: what if mirrors only showed us what we look like 15 minutes from now? Like if when I look in a mirror, I'm seeing 15 minutes in the future. It'd be so much easier to get ready. You know what I mean? Especially if you're a female. Like you start to put your makeup on and you want to know if you're putting it on too thick or if you're putting it on wrong or you're putting it on right. You're constantly seeing yourself 15 minutes in the future. You're going to know if you're putting it on perfectly or not. You can be like, oh, nope, look at that. I thought I was going a little thick and now I see myself 15 minutes from now. And yeah, it looks like I'm about ready to film a movie. And there's going to be no external lighting. So then they adjust. Nope, let me wipe that off. I'm going to go half as thin as that. And then you see it's going to pay off. You know, if I'm shaving, is this too much of my beard that I'm taking?
I don't know, though. What about the part you're not assuming? What about the part that would probably change 60% of the outcome of the 15 minutes later?
Oh, it could change the course of everything. Because if you change my 15 minutes from now future, that changes your 15 minutes from now future because we're so tightly wrapped together.
Yeah.
And then that's going to change your lady's 15 minutes from now future. And it just goes to her kids and to her parents and to their friends. And before you know, the whole world has changed.
Called the ripple effect, people.
1 hour and 45 minutes from that very moment, the world has changed forever. It could be for the worse because I'm so fucking selfish and want to see if I'm grooming myself correctly. God, I didn't even think about that.
And I mean, so this is coming from a guy's mouth who was an Indiana State Police detective for 22 years. And he constantly wears a beanie to look like he's a guy that's going to break into your house.
Look at this. Do you see
That's
this
a
beanie I'm wearing
big deal, man. He's always undercover, this guy.
This beanie says several things. This beanie I'm wearing says, I may not shower for 9 days. This beanie says, I can go from inside to outside and wear less clothes because my head's already warm. This beanie says, I want to be 12 years younger than I currently am. This beanie says
That beanie's
a lot.
screaming it. 12, 15 Maiden.
This beanie says, bring on your mom because, yes, he's 49, but he acts like he's 29.
And guess what? He has the stamina of a 29-year-old with the knowledge of a 49-year-old. Let's go, ladies.
When you bang an over-the-hill 49-year-old who acts like he's 29, you're getting banged by the perfect 39-year-old. Meet in the middle. It meets in the middle.
Hello.
And meets in the middle and then meets in your mom. And it's all perfect.
And guess what? I ain't any part of that. I'm just on the sidelines with a clipboard, kid. We're only at 34 minutes, Todd.
34 minutes and counting. Let's go. This might be the podcast we promised everyone. But we made up our own rules. Oh, Jesus Christ. We haven't even begun to talk about the fucking day we just had.
Oh, buddy. We were shooting sniper rifles, shotguns that look like that could fucking clear a 12 gauge round from 60 yards, hitting targets.
Has anybody ever heard of a bullpup 12-gauge automatic shotgun before? I mean, I should say semi-automatic. I mean, a 12-gauge shotgun that's probably, I don't know, 18 to 24 inches long.
Yeah.
And with you can just fire as fast as you can pull the trigger. Fire 12-gauge rounds through this fucking thing. I mean, we did that. We did it. I mean, we were the Expendables meets Pineapple Express. I feel like that's what we were doing yesterday, right? And everybody loves both movies. Imagine if they merged together to be one.
Yeah, because it looks a little bit erratic, right? But what you have is a bunch of very successful, responsible people just enjoying themselves. But because everybody there has some shit popping off that in order to get all that stuff they have, all them toys, but they just live a little bit more freely with their extracurricular activities.
That whole crew loves to party.
We had firefighters
awesome
there.
That way.
We had MMA fighters. We had IndyCar drivers. Like
we had business owners.
Chris Lytle came out. We had obviously Connor Daly jumped behind the wheel of one of those Can-Ams.
Professional IndyCar racer.
Lamborghini racer. Fucking NASCAR truck racer.
Let's go.
And it was just electric. And I tried to
the rest are entrepreneurs. We had a former pararescue guy from the Air Force, Special Forces. I mean, dude,
we cooked steaks.
We weren't hanging around with a bunch of bums.
No.
These dudes are serious about their fun. They're serious about their business. But today we were there for fun.
Yeah. I mean, we had the other homies.
All our homies were there, dude. Like we had frickin' Jeremy Turner, the former pararescue guy in the Air Force. He's Special Forces. He brought the bullpup and all the other cool weapons.
Yeah. The grill.
And he brought the charcoal frickin' briquettes instead of the
the pre-briquette charcoal.
Yes. It was awesome. Chris Lytle, firefighter, former UFC guy,
commentator, bare knuckle and B23.
Fuck yeah. Chris Burton, who used to own the famous Kilroy's, part owner, and ran it. Doesn't do that anymore. He's on his own now. We'll get you the information for his new place, but he's kicking ass with a brand new bar.
Yeah, about to take over downtown Indy.
Yeah. Devin Trueblood, real estate fucking tycoon. The dude fucking Trueblood Realty, I don't know if it's Trueblood Realty, but the name's on the real estate company, Trueblood. That guy is kicking ass with fucking rental property. If you want to hook up in anything real estate, you go to that fucking dude. Johnny Reese used 2 wins in the UFC in his career. Awesome MMA fighter. Fucking entrepreneur, owns his own roofing company, contracting company, which is
him and James with Reese Restoration.
Yeah.
Go to Indy. If you're in Indy and you got some roof problems, you go to Reese Restoration.
You need a new roof? Reese Restorations, dude. And our boy, Big James Simon, lead sales guy there.
Lead everything guy.
Not only that, if you want to know, if your kid asks you, Mom, Dad, should I go to college or should I be a head salesman for a successful roofing and contracting company? Well, let me tell you this. Big James Simon was able to bring free Can-Am fucking off-road vehicles. Those things cost $30,000
Yeah, we had 4 of them plus a 2-seater one.
Yeah, one was Johnny's, I know. At least one was Johnny's. One was Big James's, and they got their hands on 2 others.
Bro, they skipped a fucking meeting on Windows or some shit.
Yeah, they had a very important meeting. Skipped it to come there and drive these Can-Am vehicles through trails.
Hey, guess what? If you want to be able to skip Windows with Johnny and James, well then fucking sell more stuff, bro.
Sell more, shit.
Bro. You could go with that. You could roll out there with them homies.
Maybe you won't have to go to work that day. Maybe you can go drink beer and do cool shit. And I can't forget, Connor Daly came. IndyCar racing phenom and NASCAR truck racing phenom.
Not to mention reality star from The Amazing Race.
Do I have to mention it?
Nope.
You guys fucking all watched it. He's a fucking and if you're not checking him out on Twitch, then you're fucking up your life right now. If you're a Twitch guy and you don't check out his channel, you're fucking up your life.
Connor Daly 22.
Also check out $20 Chef.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Matt Geezy, our guy,
That made
another
it all
IndyCar
happen.
engineer, came out with the property for us to roll onto, bunch of guns. And it's just great ideas, positive energy. And Kincaid's Meat Market. I mean, let's talk about...
I mean, Shaun, that steak. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Ribeyes.
Yeah, you know how to cook it. But listen, I've had steak that you've cooked before that didn't come from Kincaid's Meat Market. Not even fucking close.
It's worth the... listen, you have to really want... You have to know what you want. Go to Kincaid. Just give yourself... Go eat a couple of shit regular-ass Kroger steaks. And then I want you to... After you do that... look at them when you buy it, what the marbling looks like, the thickness, the quality. Take them home, cook them, do it a few times with the average, Kroger steak. Mm-hmm. And then guess what? After you've cooked those, you've ate them, you see how they, the thickness, you got a likeness to what they look like. You could recognize a level of a Kroger steak of that level. Then go to Kincaid's and buy the same cut, like a ribeye or a strip, porterhouse, filet. And it's not even close to difference.
I mean, do you want to stay in a Hilton Garden Inn or you want to stay in the Red Roof Inn? I mean, that's the difference you're talking about.
I was thinking more of a Red Roof Inn versus the Hyatt, Todd.
Yeah, or just the Hyatt.
Maybe the Sofitel, Todd.
Or maybe the... Yeah, the Hilton. Maybe the Hilton.
Oh, you want to go Hilton? Well, in a little city, the Hilton could be the Hyatt. In the right city, any Hilton could be the Hyatt. But undoubtedly,
Hilton Garden Suites, not Hyatt.
You're gonna get the best meat. And if you really know your shit and you want to step your game up, like this really is us talking about an amazing meat establishment. But like, if you really got some extra bucks and you look at how you like, how can I get rid of these bucks? Like, you got too many extra bucks.
Mm-hmm. Like you went through and you inventoried everything.
All
you
your
did
bucks.
an audit on yourself. You're like, I have too many bucks.
Yeah. Take those bucks. You're going to call down and be like, hey, when does the Wagyu come out? The A5. We're talking about meat that fucking shows up with a birth certificate, kid.
I mean, we're talking about get ready. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event cookout.
And, and guess what else? When you go to Kincaid's, not only are you getting the top quality meats, but everybody that works there is extremely knowledgeable in meats. So you ask away, learn, bro. Pick their brains. If you're talking to one of the Dugdale brothers, or you're talking to Mr. Dugdale, if he happens to be in there, if you talk to Lori, we're talking about a group of individuals that know they've been butchers for literally decades. And they got you. I've learned so much about meat, and it's because of Jonathan, because of Joseph, because of Mr. Dugdale. They're all actual fucking experts, and it's so enjoyable to watch and learn.
This is how much everybody inside those walls knows what's going on. We were in there the other day.
Yep.
And I just kind of wandered off from you, and I was willy-nilly looking at sausage, right? And there was some, they will provide for the poors some food that comes from other companies in their like refrigeration section. It's not behind the meat counter. It's like on the other wall. Brand name stuff, brand name stuff. And that you can get if you don't want to spend as much as a civilized person does on meat. So I'm in there, and there's a dude, one of the coolers is out, and there's a dude back there replacing the compressor. And I went to grab just a brand name that I could get anywhere in there out of the fridge. And he stopped me.
He did.
He was like, have you lost your fucking mind? And I was like, what, man? Why? And he goes, listen, some of the best meat cuts in the country are inside these four walls, these very four walls from which you stand right now. And you're reaching across to some brand name fucking shelf in the cooler section. He's like, if you're not homeless, get the fuck out.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have a place that you give people money that allow you to live there?
Right.
Then you're not allowed to have this opinion, friend.
Then you need to turn around, go to that meat counter, and tell them exactly what you love in sausage. And you have somebody help you put your order together.
Please.
And you walk out of here with something that came out of the fucking butcher house that sits behind what you can see in here. Because if you're not doing that, then you're pissing on America, friend.
Hi, America. Guess what? This is called a zipper sound. And you know what that sound is after that? That's me with my meat flopping out. And guess what's coming out? Urine.
I couldn't hold it because I'm an idiot and can't control my influx of fluids. And here, I'm going to piss all over you. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
Loud and clear, too.
I don't care what you like sexually from a man, but I'm going to stand up right now on this bed and pee on you. That's what you're fucking saying.
And guess what? From what I understand on Amazon, bullhorn sales are out of control because you're standing up there on top of people with your bullhorns. And I guess what? You're all buying them. And that's why they're not in stock until fucking March 12th. Because you guys are on your bullhorns letting everybody know that you're big fat bitches.
I don't want your bullshit on a bullhorn. You know what I mean? Bullshit on a bullhorn, can't take it.
No,
it's
thank you.
One thing, you're going to spin some bullshit, fine. I'll put up with you, whatever. You grab hold of that bullhorn and start spitting your bullshit, we got a problem.
You've crossed the line, my friend.
You crossed the line. You know what? You just offended me.
And on the other side of that line, you were good, my man. But on this side of the line, you're not good no more.
Shouldn't have picked up that bullhorn.
It's just like that. That's like a wise little white kid once said from a neighborhood where he probably.
It's like shopping from a recent high school graduate to the sophomore class. You just crossed a line, my friend, that we fucking put in the sand that says what's right and what's wrong.
Like the little buddy said, yesterday I didn't have time, but today I got time, cuz. I got time now.
What are we talking about here?
Hey, you know what? People who get punked a lot of times get punked by people who don't have time.
Oh, yeah.
But guess what?
It happens all the time.
Now I got time, homie.
I got time.
Now you got a problem on your hands.
Mm-hmm. What are you going to do once you know I got the time?
You thought it was going to be easy sailing because I'm a busy guy. But guess what? I worked on my schedule, and today I got time.
I got all the time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And you know what else I'll do? I'll even go to the grocery store and buy the herb thyme. When I get my steaks from Kincaid's, and I'm going to put actual thyme in there with rosemary and garlic and butter.
I will add it to my
time.
marinara sauce right now. You know
You've
what I mean?
got time.
I was going to stop at rosemary and sage. Nope. You asked for it. Now there's time.
You got that. You got time.
I got time. I'll put it right in there with everything else. You know
So
what?
you're right. You hit that right. I mean, honestly, what is it? Perfect o'clock right now? Is that what time it is?
It's
Is
perfect
it perfectly
o'clock.
well timed time o'clock?
What time is it at your house? Because right here, right now, in bedroom number 4, it's perfectly well timed.
Guess what? He's got time.
Eat it.
It's a delicious cocktail, chased by a delicious glass of whiskey.
Listen, guys, I don't know how you're spending your pre-weekend evening. Like, you're going to get this on Friday. We warned you ahead of time. Like, we had a lot of shit to go down. It even fucking took us like 4 hours to unload the 800 hours of footage that we shot at the place. You know what? Because that's what we think you're fucking worth it. So, yeah, you're getting this on Friday. But hey, we could have just went to bed. We haven't slept yet. We haven't slept since Shaun landed here in Indianapolis. We've been up for like 3 days straight.
Yeah. I went in my room and I went in my room the first night at about midnight and I just did push-ups, Todd, until we woke up.
I know you did.
I mean, I went in there. I was doing core workout. I was doing plankies.
I could hear it.
You know?
Yeah.
Plankies.
Dude, you were planking so long. There was a point like I thought that something was wrong with my HVAC unit.
Yeah,
it was because I don't know, you'd probably held it 3 or 4 hours at that point.
Yeah,
and you're shaking a little bit. You were getting that point like where your muscles were trying to give in, but you wouldn't stop.
No, I'm
so
planking.
it was shaking the whole house, and I thought my HVAC unit was all fucked up. I called a repairman. He gets here, you know, and I was doing my own thing. I had to go back in the office, and I was creating art. I wasn't working out, but I was like, I'm not going to sleep because I'm inspired right now. So
yeah.
I was actually painting back here with oils. And then the repair guy showed up and from the emergency HVAC number.
Yeah.
He gets here, And then he walks in, he stops me. He's like, hey, I don't want to interrupt what you're doing right now because I'm really digging the concept on your canvas.
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with your HVAC. I don't know if you know this or not, but you have a dude in there in this bedroom that's been planking for like 5.5 hours now.
Straight up and down planking.
That's exactly what you're hearing when the floor is shaking.
We're talking about, we're doing dips, push-ups, planking, running in place, jump rope.
I mean,
Push-ups.
jumping jacks were happening. I know
Jumping
that.
jacks
I could
for
hear it.
sure.
I could hear it.
I do stand-up wall push-ups from the ground, full body weight.
Superman push-ups. Yeah.
Yep. I do some one-arm push-ups as well, depending on how the workout goes.
Yeah.
So he's right.
At one point, you were like doing crunches, but you would stop at like 25 degrees up from the floor. And you had taken the end table and laid it, because there's not a lot in that extra bedroom, but there was one of the end tables was there. The register vent was on top of there, and like 3 old suits that I don't wear anymore that were in that closet laid across your chest just to add extra weight and resistance to holding that 25-degree crunch. And it was inspiring.
You know, and people don't get it, man. You know what I mean? People don't get it.
They don't get it.
They don't get it.
You just don't get it.
You don't get
That's
it.
what we're saying. I mean, you think you get it, you don't get it.
Get it, dude.
You don't.
I'll tell you right now. People right now are sitting there listening to this episode, and they're like, "Oh, I get this."
They're thinking they get it.
They have no fucking idea they don't get it.
No idea. No idea.
And it's mind-boggling because of like the amount of people don't get it, and you're like, "Wow, how long did I not get it?"
Your mom thinks she gets it. She don't. She's gonna get it.
She about to get it.
She about to get it.
She's about to get it.
But right now, she don't get it.
She don't get it yet, though.
If she ain't been to a show, she don't get it.
And I'll tell you right now, if Uncle Todd shows up and then the fucking roof blasts off your house because Uncle Todd ain't here to play, you're gonna go ahead and call Reese Restoration. Okay?
Because listen,
That's ReeseRestorationIndy.com.
I'll put her through the roof, and when I do, you're gonna need to get it fixed.
Yes, you are.
And there's nobody better in the business
And
than Reese Restoration.
a lot of people didn't get to have this opportunity to get a referral on a roofing company before you showed up to past houses where you destroyed roofs of said people's mothers.
Exactly. And when she is literally writing an epitaph with her own blood because she like sliced her arm with a razor in order to use her own blood to write the epitaph. No one has ever given the meat to me like that before.
Yeah.
In her own blood on the place you grew up's master bathroom wall. I'm going to have to stop her and say, listen, you've not had Kincaid's yet.
Yeah.
You want to talk about nobody that's ever given you the meat like that before? It's fucking Kincaid's Meat Market. I mean, I cannot hold a candle to what the Dugdale family has done in the industry of meat. I mean,
It's unbelievable.
cuts like you can't get anywhere else in the world, I'll argue.
Dude, I'm just telling you guys, get your life together. If your roof falls off, Reese Restoration.
Get your life together.
And then guess what? The newest bar coming to downtown Indy is called Oakmont.
Oakmont on Mass Ave, which is the coolest fucking area
Just forward
downtown Indy.
Forward your direct deposit right to this place.
Ah, cripe. And listen, I don't know if you're into IndyCar racing or not. If you are, just let me say this. You've probably picked out a favorite driver, yada, 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 whatever. Listen, it doesn't matter how many fucking major events that your favorite racer has won. We're talking about an accomplished IndyCar racer who shows up with his homies just to throw back a couple cold ones and fucking blow shit up. That's the guy you need to follow. If you're an IndyCar racer and you don't follow Connor Daly on all his shit, you fucking...
IndyCar fans. Connor Daly's our guy.
I'm talking about IndyCar fans. Sponsored. He runs the Air Force car. I mean, if
You
you're
know how
not
fucking fast you got to be for the Air Force to sponsor you?
for the Air Force to be happy about a
Come
car,
on.
you got to fucking run that shit hot. They're used to fucking jets, right?
Yeah.
They're like, no, this dude moves this car like a fucking jet. He's like a fighter pilot.
Imagine that if you looked at helicopters like bitch made. You know what I mean? Like, we're bragging about choppers. He looks at him like, no thanks, cuz.
You know, it's
not fast enough for your boy.
It's like how when we walk into a cornhole event.
Yep.
And we're like,
oh, here's this. They're here. Here they come.
And the record players goes like everything changes, and then we're just looking around at everybody like they're fucking inferior species.
Yep.
That's what it's like for everybody else that races Indy cars to Conor Daly. So fuck yourself if you're not following him and you're a fan of that sport. I mean, it makes
Get
no
off
sense.
our feed.
Get off the feed. Because you don't get it.
Feed.
You don't get it.
Jesus Christ. You guys not get it, dude? Why are you on the feed then?
What are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
I drank a Coors seltzer and a Bud Light seltzer. They're just like, all companies are like, whatever, fucking make that shit in the back room.
Your whiskey glass is empty. Try mine.
Let me try that.
This is Screwball.
Okay.
It's peanut butter whiskey. It's going to be a little sweeter than what you're used to because it actually tastes like maple syrup and peanut butter mixed together.
I'll put it in my old ice over here.
But with the power of whiskey. Try that. Here's the thing. Listen. We had to edit a little piece out earlier. So we're trying to make up a little time to cover for that. But that's not the only reason we're doing this.
It's not.
One of the major reasons we keep going right now is so you each understand the importance of...
Tell them. Tell them. They'll get it.
Feminine hygiene products.
Yes.
Listen, I mean, there are a lot of options, ladies. And I don't know how you even handle it. When you walk into a place and you're like, I don't feel fresh today because this is going on or that's going on, and you need to feel fresh. I don't know how. There's so many options when you walk into that pharmacy. Like, what? I don't even know how you narrow it down and find the right thing to do at that moment. But I'm going to say this. If you are a first-timer, this is your first time walking into a pharmacy in need of some kind of feminine hygiene product to freshen things up downstairs, then I'm just going to tell you to leave the pharmacy. Go to Kincaid's Meat Market and get you some custom line sausage. I mean, they're making the sausage. And just get the sausage.
Cut this out, dude. Cut this out.
And slap it against your crotch area. That's what I need to smell right now. So I'm drawn to it. That's what I'm saying.
We definitely can't have that in the YouTube, Jeff. That was fucking awesome. But
that might be the best Gatorade of all time.
Oh. If that was about anything but our buddy's shit, that would have been.
Oh, my God. We love, in all seriousness, we love all our buddies that showed up, man. When Shaun put out the bird call, certain homies fucking answered it immediately and didn't just say, yeah, I'll be there. They're like, hey, I'm going to bring all this cool shit to make things better.
Yeah.
I mean, where else you get
everybody,
that?
bro. And you know what? Like, if anybody who didn't, like, show up, you know, because Burton, like, he texted, like, bro, I feel like a loser right now. Everybody's bringing off-road vehicles and fucking arsenals. I don't have an arsenal or an off-road vehicle. I was like, bro, who gives a fuck? We're just having a good time. You know, you're a great homie. And you know what, though? Everybody also was a part-time cameraman. I think every single person there at some point became a fucking part of the production squad.
And I love it. I love it. Yeah, I mean, everybody put a gun in their hand and had fun and shot some shit. Everybody put a camera in their hand to help make, you know, everybody be able to see what happened that day. And we're just fucking thankful, you know? Like,
it was
thankful
so
to
much
Kincaid's
fun.
Meat Market. You guys are the fucking, I'm not even bullshitting, the best butchers in town, but also just good-ass people. We love you, Dougie.
Great products.
I mean, and Johnny Reese and his boys at Reese Restoration. Like, listen, it's not a paid spot. They just showed up to help make the shit happen. So we're just being cool by shouting them out. And we never lie to you about products, right?
No, we don't.
We turn down probably half the offers we get on ads is because we're like, that's not right for us.
Yeah.
So these guys are our homies, and they do
Big
real
James
amazing
Stack.
shit.
I mean, he really was like the point man on this with me, like
Our dude.
making it happen.
Not only is he a dude that we could call personally for anything we ever needed, and he would fucking leave what he's doing right now and make it happen. Dude, on a serious logistic level, the dude has his fingers in everything. He knows somebody that has everything.
He dude, he's the one who brought the fucking smoker on a trailer when I did the Demolition Derby episode.
That's what I'm talking about.
Of $20 Chef like 3 years ago.
And then drove in the Demolition Derby with you.
Yeah. He almost won it. He got like top 5 or some shit.
Yeah, he's
he had a
incredible.
fucked up shoulder for like at least 2 weeks, or something was on his back. He had some shit wrong in his neck or something for like 3 weeks though. But it's just
that's the beauty of everything, dude. Once we got to do this, like for Pat and Barstool or whatever, shit just worked out. And we were running around, and we had Morty's as our playground. All that shit, if nothing else, gave us these dudes, this crew. You know what I mean? Like boys that we'll have for life. And we love them, and can't thank them enough for everything they do. Outside of just showing up for that thing,
Yeah, always down. Just have a good time. Good, strong, awesome humans.
I mean, you can always call them and rally them. It's fucking, and I love seeing them every time.
It was great, man. We're gonna do more fun. That's what we're gonna start doing on this show, bro. We're gonna, the goal is at least monthly to go just do some shit, and then we film it, and come up with just film it and put it out, and just content, just us having a good time.
Yeah.
More than just talking on the microphones like fucking momos. Like, well, let's go out there and have some fun and do some shit.
We're going to try to do something at least once a month where we go out and do something for 2 or 3 days, like fucking that we've just always wanted to do. And we will be incorporating on our Patreon some kind of drawing where you can come along and do that with us at some point. It's going to be a little bit down the road because, shit's got to unfold. But the world's getting back to normal. Things are looking bright, man. They only get bigger and better the busier we get. So, I can guarantee you this. That fucking, the shit we're going to be doing, like taking off outside. By the way, Shaun and his fucking hustling, $20 Chef, everybody loves it. Because of that, we're going to be part of the ACL. It looks like for the not so near future, it's going to be like a long-term partnership with those people. And then we are going to be doing this once-a-month travel kind of vlog, just make crazy shit happen stuff. There's a lot, and stand-up's coming back and everything else that we have going on. Like, the world's opening up. We've just been sitting here tight, like as independents, just like holding on, waiting for shit to let up, and it's starting to let up, guys. And we asked, well, you hung with us until it was over, and you have. So just wait. Tell a friend. Get them geared into this podcast because shit's going to pop the fuck off, and we're going to create opportunities to get you involved as well, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
It'd be great to bring somebody along that just won it from our Patreon.
Dude, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Because
you're coming duck hunting and fucking whatever, tailgating with us or something,
I mean, like, if you really wanted to get to know us, go on with us on something crazy like that, because I don't know if you guys believe us or not. We literally don't know what's going to happen 2 minutes in the future, let alone plan. Like, we have a general plan when we get there, we're going to do this, but it changes constantly.
Yeah, you have shot lists. We try to prep, but when you get out there with a bunch of maniacs, it's hard to round them up and get shit done. You just got to pull it together as much as possible with a little bit from everybody here and there sprinkled on. So it's still like no one's really doing shit except having a fun time. And then every once in a while they'll hold the camera or do some shit or hell, it was really awesome.
It was, but we filmed shit before, so we made sure we knew what shots we needed to get.
Yeah, we missed some shots. I missed a few shots after thinking like, fuck.
Yeah, we had some battery issues it was fucking cold, dude. I'm going to let you guys know this. I don't know if you know this about like
that fast,
20 degrees weather. Shit dies fast when it comes to batteries.
And I had backup batteries for all of them.
Yeah. So
I was ready.
shout out to our boy Jeff Sadden, our editor, everything video. The guy is a fucking beast. To Jarrett Jordan, you guys usually hear pop in from time to time. That helps kind of produce the show when we're streaming. We're in bedroom number 4 together right now. That's why he's not here. And he helps out with the socials. That dude's a beast. We love him. And just keep hanging on.
That's it. We're not even getting started. We're barely getting started.
Dude.
It's been like 2 months.
We started during a pandemic. You guys didn't even know. You don't even know. You don't get it. That's the thing.
That's the thing. You guys don't get it, bro.
But you're about to get it because pandemic's ending. All right, we got to get out of here. Dude, love you.
Love you, buddy.
You did everything for the night, the day that just happened that we went and did. I didn't have time to help you, whatever. You did it all. And you fucking put together an incredible fucking day that everybody that was there was raving about.
It was an awesome time, bro.
And the video is cool as fuck. And you cooked, like, as always, amazing, amazing shit. Like, in the middle of all that in the Arctic, you cooked some fucking kick-ass food. Amazing. So,
Dude.
I love you.
Oh.
You're always on point.
Buddy, I love you. You literally just stepped in there. You were like the main producer almost. Outside of blasting off rounds and fucking shooting clay and sniper rounds. Man, I'll tell you what. This is just like, that was the one where we just do it on ourselves without any help. Like we're literally casually drinking beers, shooting guns, getting camera angles. We had 6 cameras or 7 cameras just between our, plus everybody else getting off stuff, and just doing it while we enjoy the whole time. But and it's going to be money. And I'll tell you what, we're a good team, and it's going to rise, folks. Just stay along. Watch what happens.
Just fucking wait. You don't get it, but you will.
But you will. Say that, boys.